fantastic artist.
What parallel courses did Bloom and Stephen follow returning?
Starting united both at normal walking pace from Beresford Place, they followed in the order named Lower and Middle Gardner Streets and Mountjoy Square West. Then, at reduced pace, each bearing left, Gardner's Place by an inadvertence as far as the farther corner of Temple Street. Then, at reduced pace, with interruptions of halt, bearing right, Temple Street north as far as Hardwick Place, approaching disparate. At relaxed walking pace, they cross both the circus before George's Church diametrically, the coordinating circle being less than the arc which it subtends.
Did Bloom discover common factors of similarity between their respective like and unlike reactions to experience?
Both were sensitive to artistic impressions, musical in preference to plastic or pictorial. Both preferred a continental to an insular manner of life, a cisatlantic to a transatlantic place of residence. Both, indurated by early domestic training and an inherited tenacity of heterodox resistance, professed their disbelief in many orthodox religious, national, social, and ethical doctrines. Both admitted the alternately stimulating and obtunding influence of heterosexual magnetism.
Which seemed to the host to be the predominant qualities of his guest?
Confidence in himself, and equal and opposite power of abandonment and recuperation.
And how did Bloom prepare a collation for a Gentile?
He poured into 2 teacups, 2 level spoonfuls, 4 in all, of Epsis soluble cocoa, and proceeded according to the directions for use printed on the label, to each adding, after sufficient time for infusion, the prescribed ingredients for diffusion, in the manner and in the quantity prescribed.
What celebration accompanied his frequentative act?
Concluding by inspection, but erroneously, that his silent companion was engaged in mental composition, he reflected on the pleasures derived from literature of instruction rather than literature of amusement, as he himself had applied to the works of William Shakespeare more than once for the solution of difficult problems in imaginary or real life.
Had he found their solution?
In spite of careful and repeated reading of certain classical passages, aided by a glossary, he had derived imperfect conviction from the text, the answers not bearing in all points.
How many previous encounters prove their pre-existing acquaintance?
2. The first in the lilac garden of Matthew Dillon's house, Medina Villa, Kimmage Road, Round Town, in 1887, in the company of Stephen's mother, Stephen being then of the age of 5, and reluctant to give his hand in salutation. The second in the coffee room of Breslин's Hotel on a rainy Sunday in the January of 1892, in the company of Stephen's father and Stephen's grand-uncle, Stephen being then 5 years elder.
Did Bloom accept the invitation to dinner, given then by the son, and afterwards seconded by the father?
Very gratefully, with grateful appreciation, with sincere appreciative gratitude, in appreciatively grateful sincerity of regret, he departed.
What? Reduced to their simplest reciprocal form were Bloom's thoughts about Stephen's thoughts about Bloom, and about Stephen's thoughts about Bloom's thoughts about Stephen.
He thought that he was a Jew, whereas he knew that he knew that he knew that he was not.